What's going on, guys? My name is Zach and this is Ultimate Rebuilds, or Ultimate Rebuilds. And today we are back on the Sea-Doo rebuild. Today is cosmetic stuff. We're going to be redoing a lot of like old torn out parts. I'm going to take off all the decals. I'm going to paint all the tan and get rid of it all. And I got a new seat coming in pretty soon, so we're recovering that. Yeah, we're doing a lot of cosmetic upgrades. We're going to make this thing look hopefully brand new by the end of this. Well, stay tuned. We'll see how it goes. I definitely spent the whole weekend riding this thing and it is so much fun. It just does not look very pretty. Yeah, my duct tape seat is kind of falling apart right now. This was surprisingly comfortable, and all my siblings said it was actually fine. I should just rewrap it like this. But I have higher standards than that, unfortunately. So I already bought a new seat, so all this is just gonna go in the garbage. Let me know if you guys want it for any reason. Pay for shipping and I will send it to you if you want it. To get all these off, I had to cut off the rivets that are all held on by it. I don't know why they didn't use like double-sided tape, but I bought the stuff that has double-sided tape on the back, so it's gonna be really nice. Planning on painting all these because they are pretty rough and I don't like the way it looks. Like I said, I'm gonna be taking off all these decals and redoing them, especially this tan, because I'm getting rid of all this tan here. It's really ugly. I hate tan in anything. I hate tan interior, I hate tan cars. I just don't like tan. Also, I'm planning on replacing this if I can find one that will work. It's hard to tell what kind it is because all these parts are interchangeable, but they're not. So I gotta find one that works for this and order that. I ordered a new cover for this because this piece broke off. So I'm gonna repaint all this obviously because the cover I bought was black. And I might as well paint these two to make it match. We need to install this new thing in because I just got it in along with a new turn knob thing. I'm gonna try to buff out all this stuff, make it look pretty good. The original plan was to paint this, but I don't know how I would paint it. I would probably have to take everything apart and find a way to hang it from something and paint the underside. That's just way too much work, and I want to ride this thing and not have it sitting in my garage for a few weeks trying to figure out how to put everything back together and take it all apart. So I'm gonna stay purple and try to make it all match and flow. We'll see how it works at the end of this.
Waking up anew, wasting time is all I do. But now when I'm with you, so much time, nothing to do. I'm dropping you texts now. You said you want me when it's that. Being with you just feels right. You said we could meet it when it's that. Sun is about to go down. So what you doing tonight? It's everything I can't think of. Waking up anew, wasting time is all I do. But now when I'm with you, so much time, nothing to do. I'm dropping you texts now.
Basically down to nothing now. It looks so bare. I got this whole hood off. I just took it all. There's 4 bolts right here. Just took it all off. This is pretty easy. It's 4 screws, and then you have to loosen one of these sides to make it slide out. This was pretty easy, just unscrew this. This one was a little tricky. I'll show you what I had to do to get that out. These are the parts I am replacing. This is the little handle pad thing. Seen better days right there. I already ordered another one because I noticed that in the last video. It was pretty rough, so ordered a new one, and I'm gonna recover the new one to make it match everything. This is the piece that's broken right there. I already have a new one. So, and I bought a new cover, like a new like thing that goes in the middle right there. It's just like a little plate. So here's all the parts that I'm gonna paint, plus some more inside. To get this bottom part off, instead of undoing the whole clutch cable, how to take off a bunch of stuff in the engine to get to it, I just put a little slit right there and slid it out. No one's ever gonna notice that because the nut goes up to here, and then you're just gonna see that a little bit. I don't think it's gonna do anything, and it saves me so much time. So that's that. All this stuff's gonna get painted along with the hood once I sand it down. I gotta figure out how to take out the cluster. It doesn't look like it's held on by brackets, almost just like, because I was able to twist this. So I don't know what the deal is with that. I'll have to figure that out. And then I'll have to clean up this, paint it all. I think I'm gonna paint it all to match. I still haven't decided on a color. I need to go through my paint and see what kind of colors I have. And then we'll go from there.
I'm not in the mood, but you'll be here soon. Everything feels wrong, guess I'm just in a bad mood. Feeling broken hearted over something that never was. Never was, never was. Ooh, I thought it'd be me and you. Ooh, I guess it wasn't true. If I only knew what you put me through, I don't deserve this. I thought it'd be me and you. Hard to be your friend when you act this way. What message are you trying to send? What's this game you play? Tell me that you love me and you need me, but leave me out to dry. Oh, why? Ooh, I thought it'd be me and you. Ooh, I guess it wasn't true. If I only knew what you put me through, I don't deserve this. I thought it'd be me and you. Could you still call me at the end of the day, and then you have nothing else to say? What do you want me to say? Try blending my inwards, that's how I know you're about to be oceans away. Please quit asking me to stay. I'm weak under your grasp, and my heart, it won't last. No, my heart won't last. I thought it'd be me and you.
It's been a few days. I'm back from vacation, and this stuff is completely dry, ready to be put back together. Came out so good. Doesn't need any kind of buffing or anything. Yeah, this thing was like the hardest thing to actually get paint on, but with a bunch of sanding and primer, got it to stick. All this looks really good. I'm gonna put these mirrors back together. If you guys are curious about what kind of paint gun I use Eastwood's CC500 for my actual color and clear. It works really well. And I also use their primer gun. It's the, which one is this? The P500. Also works very well. In case you are wondering what kind of gun I use. While I was gone, I got all this stuff delivered in, the rest of the stuff waiting for it, and we can all finally put it back together. Okay, my camera finally kicked it. This lens is all messed up. You can see it's bent. It's not wanting to kick out anymore, so it's not recording. But what I was gonna say is I bought a speaker system for the jet ski. It's not waterproof, but it's water resistant, and I don't plan on flipping it to where I mess up the speakers or anything. I don't plan to, so. And this was a lot cheaper than actually buying a jet ski kit. This was only like 60 bucks. And it seems pretty nice. It hooks up to Bluetooth or straight up to an aux cord somewhere right here. Okay, right here. And then it has the volume right here that I can hook up. I think I'm gonna hook it up underneath the speedometer in the gas thing. Here is the speakers for it. They are supposed to mount to a handlebar, but I don't want to mount them to the handlebar of the jet ski. I'm thinking about mounting them right here. I think that looks pretty good. And they actually make kits that like replace your mirrors, and you can just have speakers in there, which would look cool, but I do want my mirrors since I'm riding it alone most of the time, so it's nice to have your mirrors. So I think I'm gonna drill holes there, and then I'll build a plate for the back to keep it steady and go from there. I think I have some spare aluminum around that we can use for it. Okay, I bought this new speedometer, but I didn't want to spend 100 bucks on a new speedometer that probably not ever gonna use. So I bought this one that's cracked. You see it cracked right there, which it's not that big of a deal. I would just put it on anyway, but I have this. This is the original one. You can see how messed up it is. There's so much water in it too. It's all rusted out in there. So I'm gonna try to take it apart and figure out if I can actually take off this front glass, because there's like two glass things in there, or plastic. One around the actual numbers and then another one for the outside. And that's the only part that's cracked in this one. So I'm gonna try to cut this thing up, see if I can actually get it out. If so, then I'll replace it. If not, then I'm just gonna run it with the crack. And I mean, hopefully it works. It took me so long to find these seats. I had to order them on eBay and pay a lot of money for them. So you guys better be happy I bought new ones instead of taping up the old ones, because it was expensive. This is the most expensive thing I bought so far. I went and bought those seats. You can kind of see them out there right here. I was gonna use them, but they weren't for the right model, so I was gonna use the foam in them, but I just decided to go with other ones because my friend also bought a jet ski recently, and those will fit his, and he needs new seats, so I'll just give them to him. He can use them. I went ahead and bought a whole new seat that comes with the foam and everything. Now, the tricky thing with this one is the foam and the fabric is already glued together, so I can't take the fabric off and keep the foam in good condition, because you can see there's like these little indentation lines in the foam, and that's what it's supposed to look like. The seat's in really good shape. So what I'm gonna have to do is just cover the new seat cover over top of this seat cover. You're not supposed to do that, but it's gonna be able to create these lines still. And if I try to take off the cover, all the foam's gonna come up with it, and it's not gonna wanna separate at all, because I'm sure they glued it down from factory. But on this one, this seat cover's already been replaced. Yeah, that's not factory, and it's like a different color than this one. So the foam's still good on this. I'm just gonna cut it out and then take the foam off because I already have all the staples out of that one, so save me time. I'll just cut the foam out and transfer foam onto that one, if that makes sense. So yeah, let's get to this, start stapling all the new ones on. This is a new cover. I think it's gonna look pretty good. Yeah, let's get to it.
Sitting throwing rocks across the pavement, hoping it'll cave in and swallow me whole. Wondering why my mind keeps on spinning. This isn't how living to me was sold. Why am I like this? Something's always amiss. Can't put my finger on it, but it's there. Wait for it to subside, but my mind won't apply. Waiting for the clear. Is it bad? Sometimes I like it when I lose control. There's something in it that's so beautiful. Listen, I can see the light of day, but I can also see the bones decay. I don't know what else there is to say. I'm doing my best not to run away. Sitting throwing rocks across the pavement, hoping it'll cave in and swallow me whole. Wondering how the world keeps on spinning, kinda scared of living when it unfolds. Hard to see the light when everything is dying, waiting for the clear. Thankful I'm alive, but terrified of dying. But hey, I'm still here. Is it bad? Sometimes I like it.
Alright, everything is back together, and now it's time for the creative part. I gotta make all this kind of match. I got a couple different kind of color vinyls. Got some silver to match the silver, and some black, some different shades of black, some satin black and a flat black. Somewhere around here. Anyways, I gotta think of a design to do. Lay some tape, cut it out, and stick it on. I would explain how I'm gonna do it, but I don't even know how I'm gonna do it yet. It's kind of just looking at it and trying to come up with some kind of design that matches the flow of it and also ties all the colors together. Yeah, this is gonna be difficult, so just gonna have to watch what I do. Hopefully it turns out halfway decent. If not, I can just buy the OEM stuff, but I don't want to do that either because it doesn't match. Yeah, let's just cut to it. I'm going to try to figure stuff out, and you can watch the time lapse of it. Alright, this side is pretty much completely done. I was thinking about putting a black strip right here to kind of flow along with the seat, but I ran out of the flat black. I only have gloss black left, and I don't really think it would match very well because nothing else is glossy on this thing, so I'm just going to roll with it for right now. If I can go back and redo that eventually if I think it will look good, but all this is done. I went with the 3D style lettering, and it looks really good. yeah, I really like how this turned out, especially for the bottom being blue or purple or whatever color it is and nothing else being that. Came out pretty good. I wish I could go back and or I wish I could just paint the bottom black or silver or something to make it all match, look a little bit more modern, but I don't have any way to do it without taking everything back apart, and I don't want to go through all that work again. If something happens where I need to take out the engine, then I could probably easily paint it, but for right now I'm just gonna roll with it. It looks pretty good as is. So yep, I just have this side left. Let's get to it. Oops. Oh, wow, it's done. That's nice. That was pretty dumb. I'm just gonna roll with it. All I have left to do is clean up this thing, put the new pads down, the new mats, and then put the speedometer in. You look pretty good up there.
Alright, let's go zip this bitch around.
I don't know how, but my needle broke a little earlier, so I couldn't tell how much gas we had in. We kind of ran out of gas. We're almost there though. We made it. I'm so tired. Alright, let's go back. Didn't find the GoPro, but still had fun. Tomorrow we'll find it. And that's a wrap for this video, guys. I had more footage of us out in the lake riding it and some really cool footage. Unfortunately, we dropped the GoPro in the water and can't seem to find it anywhere. It's been a couple days out there looking, still can't find it, but it happens sometimes, I guess. It just sucks. Anyways, it's done for the most part. A couple of other problems. The gas gauge needle broke somehow while I was out there. I don't know what happened. It just broke off. That's why I ran out of gas. I even switched to reserve and ran out of gas there too. The speaker system works absolutely amazing. I love that thing. Very good for the price, and it connects to my phone like right away. Control everything from my phone. Volume is very nice right there by the speedometer. As for the battery, I did put in a second battery. That way I can take it out and recharge it whenever I need to. And it lasted the whole day, and then a second day too. I'm linking everything I used in the description so you guys can check that out. The paint guns, the speaker system, the vinyl wrap I used, seats, all that stuff. So you can check that out there. You guys are suggesting I replace some pieces on this, including the wear ring in the back, and also I need to replace my gas gauge because I need that. So next video I'm going to replace those, and I'll probably do a price breakdown because it was a free jet ski, but it wasn't free to get all these parts. So we'll see how much I have into it. I don't even know the number right now. So we'll see. Hopefully under 1,000, I think. It should be under 1,000. Until then, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. That way I can buy another GoPro to replace my broken one or my lost one. If you want to check out some behind the scenes, my Instagram is right here. I'll be posting a lot of videos out in the lake and some more close-ups, whatever you guys want to see. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you in the next episode. Bye.